Right, cheers Scott, mate, thanks for your help.
Thank you.
It's weird not being at series, isn't it? We'll just have a crack on, mate. So, hello everyone, I've got Paul. You'll know who Paul is.
Hi.
It
Got to start with a hi.
It sounds a bit weird about the second hi from you, Reece, doesn't it?
Hi.
Do you want me to do the second one? Go on.
Hi. Oh, Scott, say hi.
Hi. But, no, I wanted to catch up with Paul. We met a little while ago, but it was a busy game day, wasn't it? We were having a good laugh.
Right.
And we had a little chat about mental health and stuff like that. And I really, really wanted to try and have a proper catch up with you, because I think your journey and your message that you put across to me in that day, it reflected massively with me. Stuff I've been through, what I see a lot of people in mental health services going through, people I've looked after, and I think talking about it, it'll really help some people. So thank you so much for coming in, first of all. So I don't know if you want to do a very brief summary of a little bit about your background, your journey so far, and
The sobriety journey.
yes,
So I'm 2 year and just over 5 months sober.
that's unreal.
It's unbelievable.
Absolutely class,
From where I've come from, I'm proud of myself for that. Like,
yeah.
I split up from the boys' mum 5 years back now or something like that. And I've always been one of the jack the lad or whatever when I've went out and stuff, you know what I mean? But that impacted us. We moved to Penshire, and my life just basically spiraled from there.
Right.
I was on my own, obviously, and I just got caught up with the drink and the drugs. Drink and drugs become my comfort.
Right.
Aye. So,
And what was it? Had you used them recreationally before that, and you sort of went onto that, or like onto the heavy use, or was it just it was always full blown, but then it sort of took a different role in your life?
yeah, it did took a different. I'd used them before. I had used them before.
Yeah.
But then it just spiraled after that.
Yeah. And sort of looking at it, what was it that you found it was doing? What purpose did it have in your life at that time? What was the?
It was just masking over any problems I had.
Yeah.
It was the loneliness, really.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I gone out on a weekend, absolutely smash it. A lot of people do, don't they?
Yeah.
Get back home, depressed on the Monday, and then just start the drink again on the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or even carry it on the Monday when I was in the house.
Really?
Aye. Aye.
And do you know what it is? This is part of the reason I wanted Paul to come in. So, I mean, I've had my own problems with various forms of coping in the past. And it's like a mask. It's almost just how do I survive, and sitting with that discomfort. And one of my friends, Jamie, he's currently going through keeping off the green.
Right.
And he said it was when he stopped, because he did it from such a young age, it was sitting with that uncomfortableness. He didn't know how to be uncomfortable.
Aye.
And it gets easier, and that's what he's finding now. So now it's like it's not even a thought in his mind; it's more of a curiosity. Whereas back then it was like, I need it.
Aye.
I need it.
You think you need it.
Aye,
That's what it is. You think you need it.
It's a good way of putting it.
Obviously, I thought I needed it, but no, I didn't need it. So
Yeah.
you didn't need it.
No,
do you get what I mean?
Absolutely.
You don't need it. You just think you need it, and you do it, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. Your problems get worse and worse. I know it's an old cliche, but they do. The more you drink, the more you sniff, the more you smoke or whatever, the next day you're going to feel worse.
Yeah.
Your problem's worse.
You have that feeling on the morning, don't you? Of why have I done it? What am I doing? What am I going? I'm never doing that again. And then soon enough,
And then it comes to a certain part of the day, and you think, I'm just going to get some more cans.
aye,
You do.
and it starts all over again. It's a
That's
vicious
what I
circle,
was
isn't it?
doing every single day of my life.
Yeah.
Every day.
And it's something I've pointed out to Paul, the difference. I mean, I've only met Paul in the last few months, and seeing pictures from even a couple of, just over before you started your journey, the difference in how you look so well. And I know on the way here we were talking, and you were saying about just the get up and go that you've got, the drive and being able to apply yourself.
My life's just totally changed for the better.
Yeah,
totally.
you're flying now, though, aren't you?
Absolutely.
You're doing all right with
Just
it.
mental, like, it's, I don't know, but I've always been this way, Scott. I've always been this way. But I think, like you say, you mask a lot of problems with the drink and the drugs and that.
Yeah.
I've always been out there, but I'm in control of my life now. I wasn't in control of my life
Right.
before.
Okay.
I wasn't in control. I was like going out doing stupid stuff you would never ever dream of.
And it's weird because you probably felt like you were the one in control at that time, but you're really not, are you?
Nah, you're definitely not. No.
That's mad, isn't it? And with Paul, I mean, you'll know Paul. He's from the Thompsons, him and his Reece. They're absolutely flying on Facebook at the minute. And I know there's loads of lads out there who'll be watching the content and they'll relate to us. And they'll have gone through the same, and they might still be going through the same. But I think it's about tapping into that and just saying, lads, like, it's not the answer.
No.
Like, we've been there, we've done it. Once you sort of come out the other side, you're just like, what was I doing?
Exactly. You're like, oh my God, what was I doing? I think a lot of people's got a lot more respect for us now because people seen the way I was.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've always been a good person, didn't get us wrong, and like you say, Jack the lad and that, but I would like to say I was out of control. And I think people thought there's no way he could do what he's done.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, do you think there's sort of jealousy in that now, or not so much?
No, I don't know. I tell you what, my friends and family of that, they've just been unbelievable. Absolutely. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You might be saying he's a fucking arsehole. He's fucking preaching. You should have seen him before. But to me, it's not. It's about believing that you can do it, and I've done it. Do you know what I mean? I actually see it. People look at me. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm proud.
Yeah.
Like, I was a mess. I was a wreck. People might have seen these videos that I'm doing now, like the mental health videos. That's the way I was living. I was living like that.
We were just talking about one, weren't we? So the skit you done for Jewellery Queen, wasn't it?
For Jewellery
Queen with Jade. And there's a bit where Paul's on the couch and he's got his hands over his house. Over his head. And he said, like, I know that was just like for the skit. He went, but that was me on it.
It was me. That was me after I'd been out on a weekend though.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you're out all weekend, Jack the lad, and then you get home and you're like that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then you do it all again. But I want the people to see that because there's people living like that. And these people need to know that you can get out of it.
Yeah.
If you help yourself.
This is one of the things we were talking about on the way over as well, and I know you've spoken to me about the fantastic help you've had, and we'll mention them as well, but it's got to come from you.
It's got to come from yourself.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
The people that I've had through therapy sessions and people I've worked with in my role as a mental health nurse, the ones who's done the best, especially when it's been around drugs and alcohol and stuff like that, are the ones that's, like, I'll give you an example. People's come to us at the end, I said, if you could go back and tell yourself one thing, what would you say? He began, lose the ego, make the change, and listen to what this lad's saying.
Aye.
And it's not even about what I was saying, it's about, look, this sounds awful, but you're the problem, isn't it? And
of course you are.
No one wants to accept that because it's hard to swallow.
Nobody else can change that. You can't. Nobody else can. I could drag you to a therapist or drag you anywhere. If you didn't want to do it, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
You were the one that's got to do it. I was the one that picked the phone up.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Good.
So you have got to be the one that picks that phone up. I get loads and loads and loads of messages. Honestly, my inbox it's unbelievable. Obviously, with us, I've got this platform.
Yes.
And it's, how do I get off it? How do I get off it? Well, you are the only person that can get off it. The help's there. The help was there for me, but I had to do it first.
Yeah.
If I didn't do it, they're not going to come to you. Do you know what I mean?
No,
this help's not going to come to you. We Recovery's not going to come to you. They're not. Do you know what? It's a fact. We Recovery's not going to. We Recovery is like our area.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There will be all over the place. You know what I mean? They're not going to knock on your door and drag you out of bed and say, right, however, you've got to be the one to pick that phone up. If you've got a problem, pick that phone up.
Yeah.
First thing, admit you've got a problem.
Yeah, it is. What you were talking about there as well, this is something that lots of the colleagues that I had in the team at Sunderland and everywhere, to be fair, what they would use as an example of, right, if you go to the gym and you've got a personal trainer and day one he goes, right, what do you want? And in that case, it was, I want to be off the gear. But if you want a six-pack, you want to lose your belly, you want to feel good, whatever, they go, right, easy exercises, this is what you need to do. And you do mint in the gym, you're like, boom, boom, bosh it all out while it's down. He's like, right, that was class, that, Scott. Where you go, I'll see you in 2 weeks' time, and you come back in 2 weeks' time and you haven't done another one of them exercises, or you've been and you've done half the effort. You're not going to get the results, are you?
No, you're definitely not.
And that's what you need to remember is, yes, you can get the help. And I've heard people slate where you're recovering. It's like, but you're not taking the graft.
I'll come to it. They slate them. They're like, they didn't do enough for me. Did you trust the process? It's a long process. They've got so many to look after as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And do you know when you go away recovery, my key worker said to me, we haven't got a magic wand, you know. You didn't just go and go, right, that's it, that's you, you're cured. You've got to trust the process. You've got to, it does take months and months and months, and I did that. I trusted what they were telling me and what they were going to put us through, which was a week's detox. I trusted that, and look at us now.
Flying.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, but people do think they're just gone and then they're cured once they've been once. It doesn't work.
I think the important thing to remember is, especially if you've been an addict, is that might slip now and again. Not that you'll slip back into it, but the thoughts will come. And it's just about, like, how you nip it in the bud and you stop it there and you apply yourself. So one thing Jamie does, what he's doing, is he's keeping himself busy. He did 60 days of getting himself out every day and doing something so he didn't think about it. And I think at the minute we use the platform, and you were working before and stuff like that, applying yourself in that, you've got to keep yourself busy, because as soon as you stop, if you're sitting with them uncomfortable thoughts, and I know there's countless people out there struggling with ADHD.
It's just happened to me, Scott, the last month.
Right.
It's obviously I've left my job and that now, and I've started with jewellery queen and that. I've got a lot more time on my hands.
Yeah.
So I have been sitting thinking, and it is hard. It really is hard.
Right.
And the people I've spoken to do say you've got to keep yourself busy.
Got to go.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me walking's gone out the window. Walking for me was the best thing for me.
Right.
At the start of my journey, I just went out.
Is this just on your own?
Just on my own, I just went out and walked. If I'm sitting there, I was going to say stew, but I didn't mention stew. If I'm sitting there thinking, do you know what I mean? I just used to get up and walk. Now I'm spending a lot of time on my phone, you know, and I'm on my own. It's like, it's hard. And last month it was hard for me.
Because you've gone from
I've gone from like doing day shifts, night shifts, down to total days now, and I've got a lot more time behind. And it is hard, but it is about occupying your mind and thinking about how you would feel if you did have a drink and take them drugs the next day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Remind yourself.
Remind yourself, That's a big thing.
Walks on nicely to this now, doesn't it? So you were talking about getting out and walking and just by yourself. Now, for me, I think I'd probably prefer, like, with people I'm comfortable with. Some people's scared to do it on their own. I've seen this, what you've set up, and I know Lisa and Eddie and all that's involved for it, and yourself. It's fantastic. So do you want to tell people a little bit about what this is?
We created this walk and talk group. Bri Carter and Eddie Carter lost their relation to suicide, and every other day you hear of somebody on the bridge, and there was young'uns as well. I knew some of the young'uns as well, and it was like, imagine if that was your son or daughter, you know what I mean? So I picked the phone up. Well, me and Lizzie used to go out in the summer for walks, and we got on about doing something about this. Anyway, when this happened to Bri, I've played footy for Bri for like 20 years or something against him. I just picked the phone up. I went, Bri, I'm so sorry about your relation and that. Is there anything we can do, like out? I mean, I've got my journey. We're all mates, and anyway, we came up with this walk and talk. It's just an informal thing. Put it out there on the internet. It's about suicide awareness and mental health. We had our first one at Herrington Park before Christmas.
It was a canny turnout now.
It was a really good turnout. It was absolutely class. And what it is, it's just an informal thing. It's not like a charity. It's not funded. It's not any money involved and out like that. It's just somewhere for somebody to come. And for me, it was for somebody to come and say, oh, I needed that.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody stuck in the house lonely or whatever, just to come out, have a walk, have a talk, and have a laugh, which you do, have a laugh.
You guarantee views, aren't you?
You do, but that's what it's all about, and it's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
But that's what it's for, just to try and get it out there, suicide awareness and mental health.
That's great. So there's the page.
That's the page there, right? If you go on Facebook, called Walk and Talk, there's 6 of us. There's me, Bri, Eddie, Lisa, and Ross, who set it all up.
Nice.
Right?
Class. So get yourselves on there and give it a follow. Get
follow.
Yourselves along as well.
Aye.
Do you know what it is?
It does work.
We used to often get people through for referrals in the team, and we'd suggest that they go to groups. And people would be like, I'm not going to a group. There's no chance I'm going to a group. And it's uncomfortable. And even me, I'm confident. But going into a group full of strangers. And where was it I went before? I can't remember what it was. I went to some sort of sessions, and I thought it was going to be going in and like, hi, my name's Scott, and I'm depressed, and it's not at all.
It's not.
And you've just got to get over that hurdle. And every person, or majority of people that I've met who's been through a group, you've seen little cliques form in the group, and opening your friendship circle, and just hearing that someone else is going through the same. That's a massive thing, and that's part why I wanted to get you on here, because on Facebook, people are looking, they're going, and TikTok or wherever, they'll be looking, they're going, he's flying him, he's sound him, he's got no problems, he's minted and all that. You haven't got a clue, like, are they?
You haven't got a clue on that.
People's human and way far from successful. There's people out there minted, and I'm sure they'll struggle as well. But it's just, everyone's got problems. And you've just got to get the basics right, and you eat right, sleep as best you can, have something to look forward to, have people around you that you love, and just do your best. And I think as long as you get them right, all the other crap, because life is frigging hard, isn't it?
Of course it is. Of course it is.
If you can get them right, all the other crap that comes, it's a lot easier to manage.
Aye.
But if you're hanging because you've been off your nut, you've done X, Y, and Z, you're not working, you haven't sorted your benefits out, you haven't addressed problems, you've got a hole in your roof, all them things are going to build up, and then one little thing's going to tip you over the edge. So get as much as you can right, and just...
That's what it's all about, right? It's of course life's hard, but you can make it easier. When I speak to people, I'd say if you haven't got a problem with drink, like drugs, obviously drugs is drugs, aren't they? They're bad, they're not good for you.
No.
But if you haven't got a problem with alcohol, if you can control alcohol, and you haven't got a problem, you can out socialise. Millions of people do it. Yeah. You're fine. Yeah. Do you know, you didn't have to not drink because I'm telling you, because I had a problem. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But if you have got a problem and it's affecting your life, you've got to do something about it, and you've got to look after yourself. Yeah. You cannot think of your friends. This is what I tell everybody. They think because the friends do it, they've got to do it. Isn't it? If you've got a problem, you've got to look after yourself. Do you know what I mean? Your friends will always be there if they're friends.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
You'll soon find out, won't you?
You soon find out, aye. If they're your friends, they'll always be there. And if they're your friends, they'll support you. They'll realise you've got a drink. Or if you can't have a friend and say, I've got a problem here. And if they say, F off, man. Do you know what I mean? If you're going, away, man, have another pint. They're not your mates. Yeah, no. They're not your mates at all.
Oh, they don't understand themselves.
Or they don't understand themselves, aye.
And they're probably still going through it. And it's just about recognising that it is a problem in it. Aye. And if you can manage without. I tell you who I thought of when you were talking there. Did you watch That Laugh? He's called The Social Laugh. So I apologise, Dan.
Funny, what's the Thompsons, Scott?
He's a comedian.
Which we sell.
He was called Dapper Laughs. He's not anymore. Daniel O'Reilly's called, and he's brilliant. He's got an awareness group and stuff on Facebook, and he is abstinent, totally off it.
Is he?
And he talks about his journey quite often, and he says, like, there's comments, and sometimes he'll highlight them, and he'll be like, "Hey, what are you scared of? Are you scared of having a drink?" And he says, like, I am terrified. Like, I've done this for the family and I'm thriving and I've got this lovely house, I've got my business. If I start that again, I am in my pants that it's all gone.
I think I mentioned it in the car, didn't I? I would, no chance I could pick another drink up, just in case I ended up back to where I was. Why would I want to do that when my life's so... It's not all roses like you've just hit on there. No. Of course it's not. I've got problems. They're the same as anybody else. And last month I had a bad month. You think you're all right, didn't you? And then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, what's going on here?
Just hits.
Aye, it does. Yeah. And it does with everybody, of course it does. But like you say, you make things better, like.
Yeah, absolutely. Was there any, during your recovery and stuff like that, was there any one message that really stood out for you, or something someone said and you just went, oh, it just hit a little bit different? Or is there anything that you've got now that you see to people?
I don't know.
Fucking pack it in.
I stop with the drinking drugs. I don't know. No. It's a hard one.
That's all right. No. Do you know what? I think that shows more that it's come from you.
All right.
And that's what we've spoke about there, how it was your journey.
I cannot emphasise enough, it's got to be yourself.
Yeah. There's your message there.
That's my message. That is this is what I say to everybody in every single text. It's not copy and paste. No. Because I read them all. It's getting too much now, like, didn't get us wrong. But I read them all and I reply to them different because it's different situations. But every single one I say, it's got to be you that does it. You're the only person that can do it. And then the help will follow it.
And I came back on what you were saying before. People want to see heaven, didn't they? Especially when you're struggling, you find that there's no way. And I know it's hard. You know, you try and tell people, do this, and you're like, can I get up out of bed? When no one's coming to pick you up, so you're going,
you said earlier, don't it? But we recovery, they're not going to knock on your door. You know what?
But, no, so yeah, we'll take that as your message, and you've got to be the change. And I mentioned this to Paul, some of the best success stories of people that I saw who got through treatment, it was nothing to do with what I'd said half the time. It was them realising, I need to change something here. And there's that saying, nothing's going to change. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So be the change.
I think for some people, I've just spoke to Lisa there about stuff and that, and counselling works for some people, but it doesn't for others. I've had counselling before, it didn't work for me. It might not work for some people, you know what I mean? Speaking to a friend, I'd rather speak to a friend than a counsellor.
Right.
Try and speak to a friend. Do you know what I mean? If you're frightened to go for counselling or whatever, speak to a friend. It can be a female friend. It doesn't have to be a male friend all the time either. You know
that hits for me, like, because I would probably feel more comfortable speaking to a counsellor than a friend or a family member.
See, there you go. It's
prime example.
It's a prime example, isn't it? You would speak to a counsellor where I would speak to a friend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's about people. It's what's best works for them, innit?
Yeah, and we're all different on it.
Aye. But talking is the key, like.
Aye.
That's where it comes from, innit?
It's where I'll give you one example as well that we used to talk about is when we said about getting up and going and doing something about it. What they're basically saying is if you're having these negative thoughts, right, if you don't disrupt this cycle that's going on in your head, it's going to go round and get worse and worse. And then your hormones start, your hippocampus and all, your hypothalamus, all that stuff kicks in. And by the end of it, you're rattling and you're buzzing and your brain's full of mess and noise. So unless you do something to stop it and doing that as early as you can, it's going to happen.
It's going to continue, isn't it?
So you've basically got to get in there. As soon as you start noticing the little niggle, it's like, right, here we go, I need to go and do something. And like what you've said there, you struggled in January because you step back from work and stuff and it's just get busy.
I think as well, I see it with a lot of people now because I get a lot of messages saying I get in from work and the first thing I do is I've gone to the fridge and get a drink, or I go to the shop and get a thingy. And what I say to people is you've got to try and get past that point. Do you know what I mean? So
changing it, like
try and change the cycle. So their cycle is they'll come in from work, straight in the fridge, open the wine or the cans or whatever, and before they know it, the 2 bottles of wine down, the 10 cans into it. Do you know what I mean? I get a lot of messages, so people are doing that, and they're realising they've got a problem. It's about breaking that cycle for me. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not a counsellor. I'm not from way recovery out like that. It's just personal for me, and that's what I say to people. So try and get in, put some different clothes on, and just try and go for a walk or something. Not everybody can do that. I know that, but try and do something else. Rather than going to the fridge or rather than going to the shop. Yeah. That's the advice that I can give. One
of the things they used to talk about, not so much my message, but other people that I've worked with, they would say about self-compassion. And it's something I really struggle with because I don't think I am. Like I one of the things that I do now is I try and go for a massage every now and again. Not in one of them places, by the way.
I wasn't going to say it.
Respectable places with the signs up that say no. But so that's like my self-compassion. Me and my missus will go swimming 3 times a week now, and we do it first thing in the morning, and that gets us ready for the day, because otherwise, what do I do? Going back in the house and lie in bed. So self-compassion, and that could be sitting colouring in, it could be doing your nails, putting hand cream on.
Good examples, aye.
Richie from Team RH, he says he has the barber come in. He does, I don't know how often it is, but he says it's a regular thing. And as soon as his hair starts gone, same with me, when we big it, you just feel a bit minging. So it's just looking after yourself, doing things that make you feel a bit better, and then getting them chemicals going on it.
Aye, it is, aye. There's some good examples there, which I would never have thought of. There's loads of stuff you can do. Like this morning, like Jade, I spoke to Jade last night, and she went, "What are you doing on your day off?" And I was already thinking, I'm going to be up at 5, because my body clock's all hours still off doing night shift, so I'm going to be up at 5. I'll go and lay on the settee, and then I'll be there thinking, what the fuck's going on? She went, right, I'll tell you what to do. Gone down, watch the sunrise, right?
Right.
She went, gone down the beach, get a blanket, she said, watch the sunrise, get a cup of tea, watch the sunrise, and then gone for a walk. And that's what I did this
morning. Did you do it?
I done it. I wouldn't have thought of that if she didn't see it. I wouldn't have done it, but I went and done it, and I've been up at height all day.
That's what you should do, a sunrise session.
Aye, well, we're talking about doing different stuff for walk and talk as well. There's some good ideas getting bounced around, so it's not always going to be a walk, you know what I mean? So it's about doing something different, and I done a post this morning, I don't know if you've seen.
I haven't seen it, no.
About breaking that cycle. I remember when I did get counselling years and years and years ago, the counsellor said it's about trying to do stuff different rather than doing the same mundane stuff every day. Like if you drive to work the same way, why not try and drive
a different route?
Yeah. If you're taking the same bait in every day, why don't you try taking different bait in? It's just about trying to change your mindset.
I like that.
Because you're getting up, you get up, you make your bed, make your bait, which is exactly the same, drive to work the same way. It's just mundane. It's the same cycle every day. Get up, make your bed, do something different, drive a different way. Do you know what I mean? And some of that's stuck.
I think what that'll be tapping into there as well is mindfulness, and this is something I don't like it. I'm uncomfortable. As soon as I try and listen to the birds and stuff, my head goes, it's all over the place. But it is, and I think what that's tapping into there is because if you're going the same way to work every day, you know your route and you just switch off. Before you know it, you've left the house and you're at work and you're like, whoa, how am I here? You know?
How did I get here? You did. Sometimes you drive and you're like, how the fuck did I just get here?
You did, didn't you? But it's again, being mindfulness. So even if you have to take the same route, just notice stuff on your route. And
Yes.
I'll tell you once, so when I was in forensics, working down there, I got sent on this retreat thing for my mental health. And they said, right, you've got a free afternoon, what are you going to do? And I was like, everyone, what are you going to do? And they're like, oh, we're going to Durham, we're going to go shopping. And that was my go-to. And he invited us all in, and he says, right, what are you doing? And then he went, is that what you'd normally do? Is that what you like doing? And I went, uh-huh. And he went, you're not doing that then. He went, what would you hate? And I went, sitting out there by myself. And he went, that's what you're doing.
Aye.
And I went and I sat out, and he says, just lie on the grass and just sit. And he went, every time your thoughts start creeping in, he went, you just try and focus on something that you can hear, that you can see, that you can feel. So I was on the grass like this. And he come out and he went, how are you doing? I went, I'm not all right. Like, I'm struck, like, I'm not doing it. My brain's just constantly thinking about what's next, what's this? And he says, right, you clearly need a bit more input. He says, get yourself in them woods. And there was like a little woodland bit next to the horses. And he says, walk through there. And he went and focus on the noise and the feel of the branches cracking under your feet. And that was it for me. It took us out of my brain for a minute. And I'm trying this at the minute in the sauna in the morning. Just trying to sit with quiet, notice the heat, and I'm struggling. Like, I am struggling, but it's getting easier, and I think that's it. You've just got
different in it.
You've just got to keep on at it. So, thank you very much, mate. But make sure you get onto here.
Cheers, Scott.
Walk and talk on Facebook. Most importantly, though, where else are they going?
Yeah.
Where else are they going? The Thompsons.
The Thompsons. Get yourself follow the Thompsons for some craziness.
They are. If you're sitting on your phone just mindlessly scrolling, my lass has just binge watched. I'm not going to lie. I texted you a race the other night to say, mate, tell my lass to get to bed. She's about 3 hours deep in your reels there.
And it's all good. So I've got some good stuff on there as well about stuff.
Yeah, you've got the mental health stuff on there as well, haven't you? And the funny stuff. And it's an escape from the world for a little bit. So what you're doing is fantastic. I know not everyone approves of it, but it doesn't matter. No. It doesn't have to be for everyone. And that's what we're talking about here today, is find you in it. I love it, mate. It's funny as hell.
And remember that you can do it. Didn't be negative and say you can't do it. You can do it, and you're the only person who can do it. There is help out there. There definitely is help out there. Help yourself. Get the help, and you can do it. You really can. If you're struggling.
Yeah, spot on. Thank you very much.
Mate,
appreciate that. And hopefully, if nowadays we've spent however long talking, if that helps one person, that's all that matters to me. And
you're doing an amazing job, Scott.
Thank you, mate.
Everybody praises you like.
Oh, God,
class
mate. Yeah. Right, I'm not even pushed recording there, you know. No, we are.
Oh, fucking hell. I shit myself.